Yeah, my name is Quinn DelHoyo, and I'm the multiplayer designer at 343 Industries.
Quinn, what are you showing here with multiplayer in Halo 5 today?
Here we're showing our brand new Warzone mode, which is a 12v12 featuring AI and the complete sandbox in Halo 5 Guardians. And we're also showing our arena, which is Slayer, Capture the Flag, Breakout, Strongholds, all those modes that you're going to find in arena mode.
So can you talk about the breakout mode they introduced into Halo 5?
Yeah, Breakout we debuted in our beta last December, January, and that is 4v4. And it's equal starts, and people run and they jump into the map, and it's kind of got its roots in paintball, and it's higher lethality. And we've made a lot of changes since beta. One of which we've added a central objective to every map, and that is a flag, so teams can not only eliminate the other team to win a round, they can also capture the flag as well.
When designing multiplayer modes, do you have esports in mind, or are you just trying to make the best multiplayer experience in general?
Yes.
Both of those questions, yes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So we really love competitive gaming or esports at 343, and Halo has a rich legacy of that. And so we, on the arena team, we are very passionate about it. And we really think about that a lot. But also we think of not just at the high end. We don't necessarily think it's mutually exclusive, like a game that's designed strictly for high-skilled players. We think if you make a really good multiplayer game, and in this case for Arena, that's built upon the foundation of equal starts, everyone starting the same. If someone has a better gun than you, it's because they found it on the map. So with that as the foundation, we feel that caters to players of all skill levels, people that just, there's a lot of people that just want that type of feeling instead of feeling going in there like, oh, this guy has all these guns and this guy has this guns, and how do I get all these guns? And so that to us is like the foundation of Arena, and we feel that it caters to players that really value that type of gameplay.
A lot of multiplayer games now try to do the double jump wall run thing, but Halo still has those core values of its original multiplayer madness. Was that a design choice on your end, or something you wanted to keep true to the Halo franchise?
It's about keeping it true, but also Halo's always been, looking at movement in our games. So, we've had the Spartan abilities in this game, which was the armor abilities from Halo Reach and Halo 4, and the thruster pack in those games, and now is our thrusters in this game. And we've just said, why don't we really go all in on what it is to be a Spartan? If you're a Spartan, you're a jet fighter tank, essentially, and you have all this technology built with you. So why don't we try to embody that more? And that's how our Spartan abilities came about. And in the essence, we've always kept it true to Halo with that, because it's truly the embodiment of being a Spartan.
You guys actually have esports players playing your game, giving you feedback. How's that helped in the design process?
So our pro team back at 343 is fantastic. We love those guys, and we work with them all the time. And it has been a huge benefit to have them, because they're on site. It's not like we always have to have emails corresponding back with them and phone calls and all those things. Like, they're on site, and it's just easy to go right to where they are. And we have everything like scheduled with them. So to give you a little bit of insight, like 3 hours a day, they kind of belong to the multiplayer team. And we say, okay, this is for the balanced play testing today. We're going to play this mode, this map, and you're going to bang on it today. Just bang on it, just go all out on it. And then we also have all of them record their POVs. They have a capture card at each of their machine, and they record it all. And what is super valuable about that is the very next day we have a report sent to us from the pro team about basically how they felt, what they like, what they dislike, what they, what kind of worries them, what they love. And also on top of that, with that report, we have heat maps where their spawns are and where the weapons are being picked up. And then we have the films. And so we do our film sessions as a multiplayer team, where we say, okay, let's watch yesterday's Capture the Flag match on Empire. Let's see how it goes. And we watched all the different POVs of Ghost Yami, Strong Side, Dursky, and Neighbor. And we watch all of them. We're like, just to see, like, from a holistic approach, how does the game look and feel and actually play at that type of skill level.
What are some of the challenges when designing and balancing all the different weapons and vehicles and map layouts you guys have in this new game?
What are some of the challenges with that? It's many. I mean, so Warzone specifically is a beast, and it was so ambitious, and we're really proud of it. And, we're really excited to get it out there for the fans. And the great challenges of it is we have this mode that from the very beginning we wanted to be this big epic experience and incorporate the entire sandbox of Halo in one mode before. And that's including AI. And so in order to get all these things balanced, it's tons of play testing, tons of iteration, and then a huge collaborative effort. And I think it speaks volumes to the type of people we have over at 343 of how often we play test, how often we take feedback from one another, and how well we collaborate to incorporate all the best ideas, make it to the top.
What are the major changes you've made to the combat in multiplayer since Halo 4?
So since Halo 4, we've kind of gotten rid of the armor abilities, which allowed players to kind of pick and choose which armor ability they want to bring in, which loadout they wanted to bring in, if we're strictly talking arena in this sense. And we've now made the Spartan abilities now an innate ability that everyone kind of has. So everyone can thrust, everyone can stabilize, everyone can slide, everyone can ground pound, everyone can Spartan charge. And so that has made a very even playing field for everyone. If someone Spartan charges you, they didn't just bring that into the map. It's because they use it. And so everyone has that. So that has created a nice stable foundation. Also, what we've got is our new Smart Link aiming system, which now every weapon across the board has essentially a zoom where the onboard computer to the Spartan communicates to the weapon. And so now even weapons like the assault rifle and the SMG now have more of a aiming functionality. So these things all added up together have included with all our iteration and play testing, we've wound the combat loop super tight, and the game feels great because of it.
What do you think it is about Halo that has it withstand the test of time over the last 10 years?
So for me is basically like the combat and the guns and the melee and the grenades, and then in this game basically the Spartan abilities has now created like a fourth leg to that formula. And what I really love that Halo does better than what I think than any other game is the combat and how there's that dance, that Halo dance. If someone gets the jump on me, I feel like I could turn around and we could have a really good engagement. And that's something that I really love is how well that you could use the level design to your advantage and get the jump on people. But even though you get the jump on them, you still have to be on your game to take them down.
And do you have a favorite weapon in the game to use, and why?
Yeah, my favorite weapon in the game is the Hydra launcher. It's an all-new weapon, and it was featured in the beta. It's a weapon that shoots these little mini missiles that they if you zoom in with Smart Link, you can maintain a lock on someone. Once you have a lock, you could fire these missiles at someone, and it will track them. But the pro tip here that is not very known is you can get your lock. Once you get that lock, you could actually unzoom from Smart Link. And based on the geometry of the map, like for instance, if I get a lock on them and then they go down a hallway, down a corner, if I just basically get that lock and I shoot, those missiles are going to go right to that wall and not hit that guy. But if I get the lock, quickly unzoom and say change my aim, maybe 45 degrees or 90 degrees, then I could shoot those missiles out and then they'll go out and then curve, and then I could curve them down that hallway, curve them into that room. And that weapon is more than meets the eye. Like people pick it up and they're like, okay, I kind of get it, and that's great. But someone that really puts in time will be able to become a master at that gun. And we have a lot of weapons in Halo 5 Guardians that are like that.
And when does Halo 5 come out?
Halo 5 Guardians drops October 27th, 2015.